Hey, what's up, YouTube? Jade up here with my 2009 WWE Hell in a Cell review and full results. If you aren't subscribed, go ahead and click that yellow button right over there. Thanks. Let me know your opinions, your views, your thoughts on everything that happened at Hell in a Cell down in the comment section below. Let's start off with the first match of the night. To my surprise, it was the Undertaker versus CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. What a lot of people were thinking could be the best Hell in a Cell match of the night. And in my personal opinion, it was the best Hell in a Cell match of the night. I give it 4.25 stars. Undertaker ends up winning what was a very competitive match. Even though CM Punk was working on the Undertaker's knee throughout most of the match, Undertaker looked beaten down, and he looked broke down. And I hate to say this, but the Undertaker is starting to show his age. And I don't want to exactly say this because I don't even want to think of a time with wrestling without the Undertaker, but you can feel that time approaching. You can feel it approaching. So, CM Punk, he counters the tombstone, I think, twice in the match. He gets a last ride hit on him. No dice. Undertaker, he counters and one of those tombstone counters came right after the Undertaker's counter of a GTS. But, the turning point at the match came towards the end. CM Punk, he goes running at the Undertaker with a chair. Undertaker, lifts his legs up, hits... and the chair connects with CM Punk face first. That's when the Undertaker hits the choke slam. That's when he finally hits the tombstone. 1, 2, 3 match over and done with. The Undertaker wins. Second match of the night: John Morrison versus Dolph Ziggler for the Intercontinental Championship. 4 stars. Great match, great wrestling match. Fast paced, a lot of athleticism. John Morrison, Dolph Ziggler, my 2 favorite up-and-coming guys in WWE, and this match did not disappoint. I've been anticipating it for months. It did not disappoint. I wish, I don't even know why I'm really rating it 4 stars, because honestly, I cannot go to one point in this match that I dislike. It was that good of a match, and, hopefully with me rating it 4 stars, this means they'll, they can totally eclipse this, and because the match, like I said, it was great, but hopefully in the future when they meet once again, it can be even better than this. But numerous close counts, 2 7/8 counts, as they like to say. Numerous counters. Dolph Ziggler countered the Starship Pain twice. Then John Morrison, he hits Starship Pain the 3rd time, and that's how the match is over and done with. After a counter from Dolph Ziggler, a zigzag. So, and I hate the name of that move, by the way. Moving on to the next match, Mickie James versus Alicia Fox for the Divas Championship. 3 stars for Divas match. This was one of the better Divas matches that I've seen in these past few weeks and couple months. Alicia Fox, she showed that she's not afraid to take those bumps. Mickie James, she counters a scissors kick and then hits the DDT on Alicia Fox to win the match. So the first 3 matches of the night, championship matches, all the champions retain their titles. Undertaker wins the World Championship. John Morrison retains, and Mickie James retains. Next match tonight: Big Show and Chris Jericho versus Batista and Rey Mysterio for the Unified Tag Team Championships. 3.5 stars. A pretty good match. Jericho, they ended up winning the match, but it was not in their usual way. Batista and Rey Mysterio, they seem like a pretty weird pairing. It's kind of like opposites attract, though, because I really love this tag team, and we know they've seen great accomplishments in the tag team division, winning the tag team championships back in 2005. They team up once again, no dice this time. Big Show and Chris Jericho end up retaining their championships. Rey Mysterio hits a 619 on the Big Show, but when he goes for the springboard, the Big Show hits him with a knockout punch, pins him. 1, 2, 3 match over with. It was a pretty good match. Fast paced. It's glad I was happy to see the mixing styles, because you have 4 different style of wrestlers, and to see all of those styles mixing up in the match, it was pretty interesting, and it was a pretty good match. 5th match of the night: Hell in a Cell, Randy Orton versus John Cena for the WWE Championship. I give this match 3.5 stars. This was the worst Hell in a Cell match of the night. John Cena, I said before that he does not seem like one of those Hell in a Cell type wrestlers, and he ended up showing that. I did not think he was going to find success in a Hell in a Cell match. He did not find success at all. He actually lost the match. So Randy Orton is your new WWE champion. This is his third title reign in the past, I think, 6 months. So, yeah, I thought Edge was injured, but obviously he's reincarnated himself in Randy Orton. But, yeah, I really didn't like this match that much. You know, Randy Orton... The match starts out. I knew from the start of the match I really wasn't going to like it. You know, Randy Orton, he's, he runs outside of the ring. John Cena is chasing him. You know, he's hitting Randy Orton. Randy Orton is still running, so he runs back in the ring. John Cena jumps in. Randy Orton starts beating him on his back. And then all of a sudden, you know, Randy Orton hits him with the knee to his head. All of a sudden, John Cena gets up. And mind you, this is still within like the first 1 or 2 minutes of the match. John Cena gets up, Randy Orton hits him. John Cena is like, like he's been in the match for 15, 20 fucking minutes. Like, come on now. People complain about you not selling, but don't sell like that, because that was absolutely horrible. And then it's like, the thing that I don't like about John Cena being in the Hell in a Cell, that whole Superman thing does not work, because you can't get your ass whooped, then, you know, you sell it while you're getting your ass whooped, but then, you know, a couple of minutes later, you're back to being Superman. And John Cena did not seem like he was beaten. He did not seem like he was battered in this match. He just seemed tired. Like, there's a way you can sell being tired, and there's a way that you can sell being beaten down, and he did not sell being beaten down. And, you know, that was until the end of the match, when Randy Orton had his arms tied up into the ropes. And you know, Randy Orton's choking him. You know, John Cena gets out of the ropes. You know, Randy Orton punks him, pins him, 1, 2, 3. Match over and done with. You have a new WWE champion. Yeah, this was the worst Hell in a Cell match. It was a, you know, it had its great points, like John Cena showing a little bit of aggression. You know, he picks up the steel steps, and while Randy Orton is like, on the, like outside of the ring on the cage like this with his arms spread out, John Cena throws the steel steps at Randy Orton's head, but Randy Orton, you know, he jumps out of the way. But yeah, it was some pretty interesting points in this match, but for the most part, you know, John Cena, like I said, he doesn't fit with the Hell in a Cell match whatsoever. Drew McIntyre versus R-Truth. This match was added yesterday, kind of late yesterday. Drew McIntyre, he ends up winning this match. I did not see it really, but I'm hearing that it was a pretty quick match, you know, just to show Drew McIntyre. And it's funny, I've been wanting to see Drew McIntyre in the ring. Finally, when he has a fucking match, I did not see the match, so I'm just going to move on to the next. Kofi Kingston versus The Miz versus Jack Swagger. I give this match 2 3/4 stars. It was a pretty good match. I'm just going to jump straight to a point at the end of the match where Kofi Kingston hits a Trouble in Paradise on Jack Swagger. That shit connected 150% square on Jack Swagger's face, and he was like totally gone. But it was pretty interesting to see, you know, Jack Swagger, you know, he was just hit with Trouble in Paradise, but The Miz, he hits the skull-crushing finale on Kofi Kingston. Then Jack Swagger has to save Kofi Kingston and, you know, break up the pin, because if Kofi Kingston lost the match, you know, Jack Swagger was going to lose the match also. So, yeah, the match ends with Jack Swagger hitting a gut-wrench powerbomb on The Miz. Then Kofi Kingston hits a Trouble in Paradise on The Miz, and he pins 1, 2. I think he hit it on Jack Swagger. Yeah, he hit it on Jack Swagger. Then he pins The Miz, and yeah, the match was over with. Kofi Kingston won. Pretty high-paced match. It was a pretty good match. I really enjoyed watching it. Let's go to the final match tonight. Hell in a Cell, Shawn Michaels, Triple H versus Ted DiBiase and Cody Rhodes Jr. DX versus Legacy. I'm thinking, why in the hell did WWE put Hell in a Cell for the World Heavyweight Championship at the beginning of the show and put this as the main event? That got me to anticipating something happen. I'm thinking like, oh, something big is going to happen, you know. And my mind was going in crazy places. I'm like, oh, somebody is doing a turn, you know, whether it's Ted DiBiase going face, whether it's Shawn Michaels or Triple H going heel, something's going to happen. Hell, I got like one of those Canadians like, oh, shit, Bret Hart is going to come out. But, you know what? The match goes on. Before the match even starts, they're outside of the ring brawling. Everything is going crazy. Then it ends up Triple H gets his ass handed to him. He's on the top of the ramp like on the stage, totally laid out. Ted DiBiase, Cody Rhodes, they get Shawn Michaels in the ring, locks Triple H outside, after a couple of minutes, he finally gets back up. He's trying to get in the cage, and then Shawn Michaels, while he's getting beat down, Triple H walks away from the cage and goes to the back. I'm like, oh shit. Heel turn for Triple H, possibly. Nope. He comes back many minutes later with some bolt cutters. I'm like, what the hell? Like, I was thinking, like, first off, he's probably not going to come back. Second off, if he comes back, it's going to be something big. He's going to come back with the bulldozer or some shit. I'm just going crazy, thinking crazy thoughts, because they had this match last, so something big has to happen. Nothing big really happened in this match. Ted DiBiase, he ends up getting locked out of the cage, and Triple H and Shawn Michaels in the match by hitting Cody Rhodes with a sweet chin music and a sledgehammer. Match over and done with. DX wins. This pay-per-view was a good pay-per-view. It was not great. And I'll just leave it at that. I'm J-Dub. Make sure you rate, comment, subscribe, and peace out.